All right. Hey, team. Welcome to our Wednesday night call. It is our third call of the year. I feel like it's been 2018 for like 5 months already. It's been like 3 weeks. I'm going to get blinded by the end of this call. I have a ring light like right in front of me. This is what it looks like without it. This is what it looks like with it. So I'm like being blinded currently. That's not what you guys came on to talk about today though. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about everything social media. I should be talking about social media more often. I didn't realize the last time we did a social media call was like in February of last year. We have a lot of new coaches since then, and social media is always evolving and whatnot. So tonight, that's what I want to talk about. So a couple of announcements really quickly. One, if you've just been kind of out of the loop in the team page this week, a lot's happening. One, Transform 20 started. Two, I am in the exclusive pilot test group for the new program coming out in March, the Ultimate Portion Fix. So I'm sharing as much as I can with you guys. I'll be sharing as much information as I can with you guys. And if you haven't seen these announcements on the team page, you may want to check your notifications because we've been talking about them quite a bit. Super Weekend, they announced a new program is being released at Summit. Jericho has her own standalone program. I don't remember the name. Something about 100 workouts, like 100 workout, something. I don't know. We'll get more details as they come. But real quick, I want to talk about the Team Cup, and then we're going to go right into the team call. Team Cup registration has opened. I know there's quite a few new coaches. Morning 100. That sounds about right, Heather. Can we be honest? I don't really learn much about a new program if it's still 6 months away. So I will learn more about now. Ultimate Fix in 21 day or Transform 20, and I'll worry about those later. Team Cup registration has opened, guys. Find a team. So if you're like, what the heck's a Team Cup? A Team Cup is when you team up with 5 coaches on the team. Now, I'm going to preface with this. If you are going to dip out on your team in the middle of the Team Cup, do not join a Team Cup. If you're going to be like, I don't want to push for Success Club, don't join a Team Cup. Team Cup is when you team up with 5 individuals, no more than 2 lifetime diamonds on a team, and you're all working together. You're working to hit Success Club on your own. I think the prize if you hit your own Success Club points is a 21-day fixed cutting board, which I think is pretty legit. I like my cutting boards. I will take a cutting board. The second prize is if your entire team hits SC5, you get a technical shirt, like a Transform 20 shirt. And I don't remember what the third ring is, but you're all working together and you get points for hitting Success Club. You get points for rank advancements. I have my team. I am a competitive little monster. I picked like I invited the most competitive people that I know to be on my team. So I will put a post in the team page. And it used to be in the day that like I was like, you guys are on a team together and I did your teams together. Y'all are big girls and boys. You guys can find your own teams. Like it's not my responsibility to do that for you guys. So I will put a post up in the team page saying, hey, if you want to be on a Team Cup, comment below. And then that way 5 of you can find each other. Okay. I know some of you guys have done Team Cups before. So if you've done a Team Cup before, just kind of step up and be the person that leads it or like registers for you guys. All right. On to the training. So I do have slides because what kind of call would it be if Ashley didn't have slides? Where is Canva? So I am talking all things social media tonight, but really it's going to be Instagram, guys. Facebook and Instagram kind of go hand in hand for me. So if I give like a training on Instagram, I feel like where is my play button? All right, 1 second, y'all. Seriously? I don't have a play button? What the heck is this? Okay, hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, Canva like just updated on me and evidently I didn't do it the right way. But I didn't feel the need to do 2 separate like slides for each or like really like say one over the other because I feel like anything that you learn for Instagram, you can also put and apply. Really? There's no play? Can you guys tell what my annoyance level is currently? 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't understand. I just want to present. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see this? Hannah, thank you. You are the only person on my screen, so that worked out really well. Okay, so how to build your business using Instagram, guys. So I have built my entire business on Instagram. I have been on Instagram since early 2013. It might have actually been 2012 that I was on Instagram. I don't even know what the heck, sorry, I know I got kiddos around, so I will try to watch my mouth tonight. What the heck I was doing when I started Instagram. I just was like, I'm doing it. Like, and I did it before I became a coach. And I think my first picture was a keychain of penguins, because I'm obsessed with penguins, and that's what I thought was relevant to put on Instagram. Didn't know anything about hashtags, nothing. I don't even know if I had like 200 followers. I'm assuming by the time I started coaching, I probably did. Y'all, I don't have a background in social media. I don't have a background in marketing. I don't have a background in PR. My background is in human services, like the complete opposite, like of doing that. And I literally posted whatever, and I threw whatever would stick at the wall. Like if you want to go search through my 5,000 posts, you can go see all the things I did when I first became a coach, and like all the things I train you guys on not to do. I did them. But back in the day, like it really, like we didn't have many trainings for Instagram. Instagram really wasn't the thing. It was Facebook. So I share all this because people come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, like somebody messaged me the other day, like not even a coach. I'm like, you have 31,000 followers. Teach me your ways. And I'm like, I post. Like, I wish I had like the secret sauce, but I really don't. So I share with you that I started where all of you guys have started as well. We all started, why isn't it? We all started ground zero. Seriously? There we go. All started ground zero. So don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. And I think that relates to Instagram, and that relates to your business as well. People have come to me and they're like, how do I grow? I want to be where you're at. It has taken 6 years to get my social media to where I am at. So don't compare my chapter to your chapter. So first things first is if I hear one more coach tell me, well, I don't know how to use Instagram, but I'm listening to all these trainings, and once I learn how to use it, I'll start using it. No. That's like if any of us have kids or we even learned how to ride a bike, did we watch videos on how to learn how to ride a bike and then get on the bike? No, I'm pretty sure we rode the bike and fell numerous times and hurt ourselves, and that's how we learned how to ride a bike. It's the same thing with Instagram. You can do all the training in the world that you want, but it doesn't matter if you're not trying. Find what's working. Scrape what's not working. So some things work. So I was talking to Casey a couple weeks ago. I had said, a year ago, I trained you guys on the fun stuff, like the blingy stuff, like how to bling up your stories. That did not work for me. So I scraped it. I rather just show, I don't re-edit any of my stuff. I don't retake. If y'all watch my stories, I fumble over my words half the time. I have food in my teeth. My makeup's a hot mess. I'm like, hold on, I'll be back. I post that and I come back like somewhat presentable. I share that. So what I mean by that is you're going to find stuff that works for you. You're going to find stuff that doesn't work for you. What works for me may not work for you. You just have to find your groove, but you have to get started. So if you're one of the coaches on this call and you keep telling me, I got to learn how to use Instagram, just freaking start using it. That's how you're going to learn how to use it, by consistency, by making mistakes. I cannot see the top of my slide. So I'm like, what is this slide about? So I just keep moving this picture around. Note to self, don't put pictures on the side of the screen. All right. So a couple of ways that I grew mine. So back in the day, and I don't recommend doing this anymore. Back in the day, one way that I did grow mine and how I kind of got started was there were shout outs. That was a thing back in the day. You paid Instagram people to shout you out. Really not a thing anymore. But the main way is I earned my results. So what do I mean by that? Anybody? Any guesses in the chat bar? Being proof of the product and having some sort of transformation. I'm not saying you need to lose 50 pounds, you need to lose 30 pounds, but you have to show some sort of transformation. And I talked about this on whatever call this year. You have to have a transformation. You have to be able to share a journey. If you have been a coach for longer than 3 months, that is enough. That's 90 days. Then you should have a transformation at this point. If you have been a coach for over a year and you have yet to complete a program, it's time to do a gut check. And that's going to be one of the reasons you are not growing. So I earned my results back in the day. Before I got pregnant, I had some phenomenal results. Like I won $500 from Beachbody for my results. I lost 50 pounds from the programs, gained some. I lost another 20 before I got pregnant. And now I think I'm down like 33 pounds postpartum. and I'm still earning my results. And you got to share that. So that's about sharing your journey, sharing your results. I did my vital behaviors, and I know you guys are like, Ashley, enough with the vital behaviors. Like, we get it. It's true though. Like, I showed up every single day. I was proof of the product. I mildly do my personal development. I'm recognizing, I'm inviting, I'm sharing my journey. And I posted as a brand, my brand as possible as I could. So we talked about this a couple of weeks ago in December about like building a brand. You're not just health and fitness. You got to find other areas of your life. And then ask yourself, is my Instagram, is my social media, is it honest? Is it real? Is it raw? If you're just showing the highlight reel, that's you got to show the shitty moments, guys. You have to. And excuse my language, but you have to. I did a story Monday. I was like, I'm done for the day. Like, I'm out. It was a cruddy day for like the business. And one of the new coaches underneath me, Trisha, she's messaged me and she's like, can I just say thank you? Like, I follow so many coaches and they only want to show the highlight reels, and you aren't afraid to show the cruddy moments. And like, to me, that's a way that I've been able to draw people in and show them like, this fitness journey takes time. This business is not easy. Like, you're not just going to snap your fingers and like, woo, 6 figures, like flying down from the ceiling. So make sure you're being honest and real and raw. Okay, enough about all that. Now let's talk about different tips about Instagram. I don't think I can look at the chat while I'm in here. I can't. I will look at the chat later, I promise. So momentum drivers to how to grow actively on Instagram. One, post 2 to 3 times a day. And before you're like, well, I don't know what to post, make a list of things that are about you. Mom life, kid life. Do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? Are you a cat person? Do you like to cook? Share recipes. Do you like to shop at Target? Share when you go to Target. Do you like clothing? Share things about that. Like, we all have things about us that aren't health and fitness. Who you were before you became a coach? And I did a training at the Super Weekend about branding. Someone's like, well, I'm boring. There's other boring people out there. Be boring to those boring people and attract those boring people to you. So don't think that you have to have, I'm glad I can make you guys laugh. I have Heather and Casey both on my screen, and I like seeing chuckles. And then here's Nicole, very vigorously taking notes, might I add, which I love. But it's true. So when someone's like, well, I'm a boring person, there are boring people out there. Find those boring people. They're going to be drawn to you. So post 2 to 3 times a day on social media. Try to post your workout at least once every single day. Whether you're doing a video, whether you're doing a sweaty selfie, interact, have your kids, have your animals, have whatever you have around you, have that a part of it. And then post on your stories as well. You can just post on your stories, that's great. But if people are going to your feed, they need to see consistency in your feed. And if you're not posting on their feed, they're not going to see that consistency. I don't think there's a magic number for stories personally. Like, some days people are like, Ashley, slow down. You have 50 stories. And some days I'm like, oh, I only have like 10 stories, usually on Sundays when I don't have a workout to share. But try to post on your stories at least 10 times a day. Again, and we'll talk about stories a little bit, so I'll wait that. Post to all your brands, not just health and fitness. So what do I mean by that? Like, today I posted a picture of Stilts. Poor guy, last man on the totem pole. I have a kid and he's like out the window. So I posted a picture of him. Evelyn is in quite a few of my photos. I try to post my planning because that's a component of who I am. I've got my glitter cups. That's a part of my brand. So finding different ways to bring people in outside of health and fitness. Find hashtags that work for you guys. Okay, so let's talk about hashtags for a moment. Let's not, because hashtags are on a couple screens, so save that part. Find hashtags that work for you and share your story imperfectly. So here's an example. I did a post the other day. You know this like 10-year challenge that's going around on social media, like post your profile picture from 10 years ago to today, or your first, or whatever it is. I don't remember what it is. So I posted my first profile picture of my very first one to where I was now. One, I was very surprised at how many people did not know that I am a natural blonde. That really shook some people up. But 2, I shared where I was back when I shared my first profile picture. I was suicidal. I was cutting myself. I was depressed. I was broke. I was kicked out of college, to now where I am. Share your story imperfectly. If you're a perfect person, can we chat? Because I really want to meet you. Nobody's perfect. And if you are, we're going to have a gut check, because you're not. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But share that part of your life. People, again, do not need the highlight reel. And this is how you're going to gain momentum. This is how you're going to draw people in, by sharing other components of your life. All right. Oh, okay. Ways to grow. Clearly my slides are all over y'all. Okay. So I'm really sorry if you're trying to take notes. So there's a lot of ways to grow. So I'm going to go over some different ways to grow. The first one is the 5-3-1 method. This is what Chalene Johnson has been teaching for years. Like 5 photos, comment on 3, hopefully gain 1 follower. What I have been doing lately is the Gary V 180 method. Has anybody heard of this method before? I only see 3 heads. So if you've heard of it, put it in the chat that you have. So I learned about it this weekend and I kind of like it because it's kind of easy to do and it's working, which is awesome. So it doesn't involve money. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It does not involve $1.80. So you are going to find the 10 most relevant hashtags to your niche. So if you're a C-section mama, C-section recovery. If you have PCOS, find some hashtags about PCOS. If you're a cat person, find hashtags about being a cat person. So find 10 hashtags most relevant to your niche. And then what you're going to do. So if you guys go to your, the one time I'm giving you permission to go to your phone while we're on a team call, go to Instagram. Okay. Click on the little magnifying glass, guys, okay? Click on the little magnifying glass right here. And I'll try to upload a video like kind of explaining how to do this if I can think about it. And then type in that, go to hit tags, and then type in whatever hashtag you want to type in. So I typed in half marathon training. Literally type in whatever you guys want to type in. So half marathon training. And you can do the same thing. Like just type it something in real quick. So you see how there's the first 9 photos that pop up, guys? And they're the top photos. Okay, so do you guys see that? The first 9 photos that pop up, you see that? So what you do is you comment and like on those 9 photos, just those 9. If you want to spend more time, you can, but really, just those 9. And then you move on to your next hashtag, and he suggests doing this for 10 minutes a day. I did this earlier, and I commented on 3 just to kind of like test it. And all 3 people replied, and one of them followed me. So you're finding other people in your niche market, and it's really simple. Like you can do this while you're watching TV, like super simple to do. So something I would suggest like trying, maybe test it out for a week. See how it works for you. Running free groups is another way you can draw in new followers. You be like, hey, tag a friend if they want to join this group, or just running free groups and then like putting out to hashtags. IG stories is obviously a great way to grow. I love IG stories. Doing giveaways is a great way to grow, whether you team up with a company, which is sometimes hard to do if you don't have a larger following, or running your own giveaway. Maybe you're going to give away some Energize and a shaker cup. Maybe you're going to give away some headbands. I know Casey's done some giveaways before. But giveaways are a good way to draw them in, just having simple steps like this post, tag a friend, and comment below, and like make sure they follow you. So it's a really good way to gain some new followers. Tagging companies in hopes that they share. This was suggested by somebody else. It's not something that I normally do. I started doing it, but it's like kind of hard because unless you don't know the company, like, and what you're looking for, it's going to be hard. And then working on photos. So what I mean by that is like, constantly like making sure you're doing the best you can to grow photos. Hi, Gunner. To grow photos, to have good photos. Try to have like well-lit areas, things like that, like mixing it up. If you're posting the same coffee cup, if you're posting the same, like, that's me. Like that was me posting. Okay, guys. If you're posting like the same thing, like try to mix it up, just have fun with it, throw things in there, and you can recycle photos. So there's a great new thing with Insta. If you click on the 3 buttons above your photo, you can archive a photo. So sometimes I like to repurpose photos. So like archive the original one. But again, you don't have to do that. Okay, evidently I did the same slide. All right, let's talk about hashtags, guys, okay? And then I think there's a couple more slides, and then I'm going to open it up to some of the questions that you guys asked. Hashtags, you have to use hashtags. If I go to your photo and you don't have a hashtag, what are you doing with your life? Just kidding. But no, really, you need to have hashtags. That is how people find you, and you need to be using all 30 of them. Don't just be using 5, like use your 30. And don't relate them all to fitness. So if you look at hashtags of mine are kind of all over the place. I've got Planner Girl, Doxy Mom, Doxy, half marathon training, C-section recovery, like PCOS journey, like all things that are related to me. And the reason you do this is because you want to draw people in that are outside of fitness. Because most fitness people are already on some sort of journey. but you want to find people that may just needed to stumble upon you. Identify top hashtags related to your people. And there's a couple apps out there, guys. Well, one, if you start to type in hashtags underneath your picture, it'll start to pull up the top ones. There's also a app, and I'm sorry if you're an Android person, I don't even know if it exists for Android. I'm an Apple person. It's called Hashme, Hashme, all one word, Hashme. So if I go into Hashme and I type in like motherhood, it's going to generate top tags for me. And the ones towards the top are like the top ones. So mix up your hashtags. And a good thing that or a good like note thing that I like to do is I have a folder in my notes in my phone called hashtags. I've got food tags. I've got workout tags, planner tags, running tags, mom tags, dog tags, cup workout tags, motherhood. Like, I have different notes for depending on my photo. So don't be using the same 30 hashtags constantly, because then the same 30 people are going to be like the same people are going to be finding you. So make sure to mix them up. Engage with those people. Did you guys know that you can follow hashtags on Insta? If you didn't, now you know. And engage with those people. Start conversations with them, like comment on their photos. And then, like I already said, mix up your hashtags. All right, let's talk about locations really quickly. So I added a location to mine. I live in a smallish town. I think there's like 30,000 people that live here. To me, that's very small. But I posted like a help wanted earlier, and I tagged Dublin, Ohio, which is like the next city over. And someone's like, oh, I used to live in Dublin. Cool. Like, I don't live there, but that's really cool. So tag different locations and tag them on your pictures. If you guys don't know how to do that, what you would do is you just go add a new photo, and underneath where you would add the caption, it says add location, and you can type in your location. You can add your town, you can add big cities, and do the same thing within your stories. I don't do it every single story because sometimes I'm just like bing, bam, boom with my stories, but I tag different locations, and I don't always tag the same ones. I try to mix it up and see where I'm getting the most followers. Like, for a while I was doing the United Kingdom and I was doing Canada, just different locations, like mix it up. And engage with people in those locations. So something I really liked that I actually just learned, because like you guys, I am always learning and I'm always trying to figure out like new things with Instagram or in general. So if you go to places, like, I told you guys do the magnifying glass, and I am doing this. That's why I'm not looking at you guys. You can type in places, and like, for example, for whatever reason, these must be of places near location. So I just looked up like the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium because that's near me. So what I can do is I can go to those top photos and like I can comment and interact with the people that are tagging that location. So comment and engage with those people. Comment and like on the photos of those locations, and then just do this for like 10 minutes a day. This isn't something that should be taking up a lot of time of your day. Again, this is like good stuff to do while you're watching TV. If you're scrolling social media before bed, don't lie. We all do it for the most part. So instead of watching stories, do this instead. All right, let's talk about your bio. I'm going to be really quick with these next couple of slides because I really want to open it up to questions, because I feel like that's how you guys are going to learn even more. Make sure your bio is set up. If you are a new coach and if you are not a new coach and you still have this, if your Beachbody link is in your bio, go remove it now. Like right now. That doesn't need to be in your bio, okay? Like, you're not branding yourself as a Beachbody coach, you are branding yourself. Make it quick and about you. I like to do one-line worders. Like, for example, mine says first-time mom, fitish, fur mom, mompreneur. Okay, I need to change some of them. I have mom too many times. Ice cream connoisseur, runner-ish, and then I have like a link tree link that takes to different things. So they need to get to know you in 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. So if they go to your bio and they have to do a ton of reading, or there's really nothing there, so just kind of switch that up. Okay. Insta stories. If you're not using them, please start using them. So we've been talking about Insta stories a lot, and I love what our team has been doing. We've been tagging different coaches and doing karaoke in the morning. I had somebody that messaged me today, and she's like, can you tag me? I want to do it with you. I was like, yeah, just join our team. It's something we do. Like, it's creating a FOMO type of culture. If you don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out. Okay. So Insta Stories is just a daily vlog of your life. You can be fancy. You don't have to be fancy. It's totally up to you. You can add GIFs. You don't have to add GIFs. If you guys are adding a story, I feel like a lot of people don't know this, and you swipe up after you've like added a story, you can add GIFs, you can add locations, you can add hashtags, you can add music, polls, questions, things like that. Some have some features, some don't. Instagram's like weird about it. Again, tag locations, create a FOMO experience. So for example, if you guys are like on this team call and you snap a picture, That's showing people and like put like a text, like they're not in this alone. They have accountability. There's training resources available, because what's something we hear often from people that want to become a coach? Do I have training? This is training. If you're watching a live video, like tag your upline, tag your coaches, like just create a FOMO experience and share anything. Like I said, if you think your life is boring, share your boring life. Somebody, I was watching her stories the other day and she's like, I don't leave the house some days, which if some of us are like working out, moms at home, like there's days we don't leave the house. Like there's days we don't even change out of our pajamas, which are basically our workout clothes at the same time. Record yourself walking to your like fridge, like record yourself walking to your room, like your workout room, like just little things like that you don't think people would care about, like they may find funny. Just share your everyday life. Okay. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like today I talked about like, I did not want to eat another thing of dang vegetables, and people thought it was hilarious. Like they relate to it. Some randoms, and then we're going to open up to questions. Y'all, people are going to block you. People are going to ghost you. People are going to hate on you. It's going to happen. And I talked about this. I don't know. I don't remember what call I talked about it on. Maybe it was the Push to Emerald call. I feel like when you get your first hate comment, like you've made it. Congratulations. You are a legit Beachbody coach. Like you deserve a medal, a badge of honor. It's going to happen. I've been called fat. I've been called skinny. I've been said that my before and afters are fake because, you know, I have time to sit there and like add a tattoo and then not take a tattoo. Like, why don't people understand like images reverse in mirrors? Like, I thought this was something we all knew by now. Rhino skin. It's going to take time. If you need to cry it out, if you need to vent, message me. Just don't message me every day venting. Lately, I've been the person that everybody wants to like shit and complain to. So that's sometimes send me a positive message, but you can complain to me at any time. Make sure your profile is public. If y'all have a private profile, there's no point of anything that you're doing because people can't find you. Don't use stock photos. So what I mean by stock photos is I love that Beachbody gives this to us to them, but don't use them. And be consistent. I know sometimes that's hard. I had this moment like last week. I was sitting at SC2 and I'm like, what the heck? Like I'm doing everything I need to be doing. Like, why am I having such a hard month? And then the next day, like I had like 4 people reach out to me. Why? Because I'm consistent. And I talked to like Nicole Cobb about this before. Like you will have a moment in your business where you've been so consistent and you're so frustrated, you don't understand. And then one day everything changes and you have that moment. You're like, this is why I've been working so hard, because everything just kind of clicks and happens in one day. All right, go-to apps. And then I'm going to open it up to questions. These are my go-to apps. You can take a picture of this. That way you don't have to write them all down if you want to. Again, Android people, I'm really, really sorry. These are all Apple apps. HashMe, it finds those top hashtag apps. Hype Type, if you want to make your stories all fancy and fun. WordSwag is like a go-to. Photofy is what I use to make my photos pretty. And then Lightroom CC, this is what I use for my presets. So these are my go-to apps. If you have any go-to apps, feel free to share them. So I am going to go to the team page really quickly. Yeah, that's crazy. People are going to creep. Oh yeah, people creep. You don't have to have 30 things about you, Hannah. You can have like 10 things about you. It doesn't need to be 30. Like everybody has things like that. Okay. So a couple of questions that I think were in the team page. And if you guys have any questions, please ask them in the chat bar and then I will go over them really quickly. So I want to just go over a couple of the questions that I get on a daily basis. One of the ones that I get on a daily basis is how do you record your workouts in selfie mode on my camera? You can buy a really cheap, tripod off Amazon. Just type in tripod on Amazon. I think it's like $20 tax write-off. That's how I record them. I edit them through photos, like nothing crazy, like nothing raw. And then I just upload them to Instagram. Let's see. Making a pretty caption. So for line breaks, I just had to go through this with Casey. It ranges. Some people can just hit enter, and it line breaks. I do period, enter, period, new sentence. Does that make sense, guys? Like I'll post like an example here, period. Oh, F you. Okay. It's not going to work. So what I would do is after that period on the example, I would go to the next line, hit a period, and then start my next sentence. If you have an exclamation point, you need a period after it. If you have an emoji, you need a period after it. Sometimes you can do it in notes and then upload it to your store, upload it to caption, and like sometimes that'll work, sometimes it won't. It really depends on the mood of Instagram. I have determined that Instagram is a female and she is on a monthly period once a month when she decides to act up. I think that's like pretty like legit for describing Instagram. Hannah, I don't believe in, I know it's in the Coach University. Don't yell at me. Post when you can post. Like, don't post at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning unless like those are your people and you're a night owl and those are your type of people. Post when you post. If I am up at 6 o'clock in the morning, people are going to wonder what is wrong with me. I don't post at 6 o'clock in the morning. I post at 8 and 9 o'clock. Yeah. Casey's like up and like has tagged me like in a 3 hours. And I'm like, girlfriend, I am just rolling out of bed. Like I haven't even gotten up for the day. That's not who I am. And on Monday, we got up early and people are like, what is wrong with you? It's 7. I'm like, I know it's 7. Like, I understand what is happening right now. So post when you need to post. Like, if it is 11 o'clock at night and you have yet to post for the day, just throw a quick post up, okay? Understand you're probably not going to get as much traction on it as you may want to, but still post for the day. Things like that. And like, I always have to remember that Christina's in Hawaii and she's like on her own continent over there, like 12 hours before us. And I'm like, why is it 9 a.m.? It's like 5 o'clock here. I really know that's not the time zone, but like, so think Christina's like, yep. Okay. Type in your questions, guys. If I get off this call and you didn't get a question answered, it's because you did not ask your question. So go to the chat bar and type in the question right now. Okay. Additional apps. I already talked about that. Lisa, hopefully I answered your story questions. I like to just have fun in my story, guys. You're going to find your groove. You're going to find what likes to be you and just be you. I have become a lot more goofy. That's kind of who I am. But like in person, I'm not as goofy. And I think it's just, if I'm around like my coaches and my team, like I'm goofy. Like if you were at the team retreat, like I'm dancing all over the place. If I'm with my family, I am not dancing. Like my in-laws feel like, what's wrong with that girl? I'm trying to think of any other thing. I'm glad you guys have no questions. I'm being sarcastic. You guys, ask your dang questions. And drinking wine. Oh, yeah. This is why you guys need to go on retreats. Like I don't drink very often and I enjoyed an entire bottle of wine and I shared it and people loved it. Somebody was like, you need to drink more often and let that freak flag fly. And I'm like, thanks, I think. Like, I don't know, but thanks. And if you guys, so while I'm waiting for questions, guys, hit Emerald. I want you to come to Orlando with us. Nicole and I, if it's just Nicole and I, we're just going to get a hotel room and we're just going to drink wine for 4 days straight and go to Disney and have a blast. Hit Emerald so you guys can come. Yes, polls. Guys, do polls. And you may be like, well, nobody's answering my polls. They'll start to answer. Don't worry. And don't just put yes and no for polls. Like, don't give people an easy out. And there'll be people, I accidentally hit that poll. Okay, Sally, you accidentally hit that poll the last 7 times. I'm calling your bluff, but okay, you'll come around the block. I love polls. And you can do polls that aren't like coach or fitness related. Like if you're a Fabletics subscriber, like I always ask for like input every single month. Casey's done it before where she's like, I don't dress up. Do these pants and jeans go together? So she'll do a poll for that. Like that draws other people in. I did a poll the other day about The Bachelor. I'm like, I can't this season. Like I get it. Colton has never had, you know what, like I'm over it. And people like rush to me. They're like, yes, I'm over it too. Polls are fun. I like polls. And Hannah, more people will start to see them as you grow your Instagram. Okay. So understand that you will start to have more followers and more people watching your stories as you begin to grow. Are there certain things we need to post every day with each of us? No, I mean, have fun with it. Recycle content. That's like a big thing for me. I recycle content. Like I do like a help wanted every single week. I try to post like some sort of transformation once a week. I'm starting to post food obviously more often because that's a big component of my life. Is that the kind of question you were wondering, Casey? Is that what you meant? I mean, you're going to have some days that have really good captions and you're going to have some day like, here's a meme. This is what I'm throwing up for the day. And I do that all the time. Just have fun with it. I know it sounds like it's hard sometimes to like think of new stuff. Like even sometimes I'm like, I just posted this. Like, am I posting again? Yep. you're going to post it again. And it's going to, new people are going to see it, especially if like new hashtags are going so rapidly at times that like you're always going to have new people seeing it. I'm trying to think of any other tips. Like I love social media, guys. Like I could do trainings on social media all day long. It's how you're going to grow your business. It's probably how I found most of you. If you are my coach, you may have gotten an accidental price. You might have. So Heather, do you have an iPhone? Okay, I can't help you. I can't help non-iPhone people, okay? Oh, Allie private messaged you. I got where you're saying. Okay, I got where you're saying. So if you have an iPhone, oh, you phoned me because Kristen, it's been a long time. And can we talk about like people that are like, you're like, I've been doing this. Why aren't they joining me? Kristen was in like one of my OG challenge groups, and I won't throw any shade to her. She joined in another coach. It is what it is. But she came back to me. She came back like 4 years later, 3 years later, 2. So she's been with me for a long time. So that just goes to show like she's in Canada. Like she found me. Sarah Ponto's in Canada. I don't know how she found me. I'm going to go with Instagram. Casey found me. I found Casey because of my like page. I don't know. Most of these people are via Instagram, like social media. So that's what I mean. That I know like 2 coaches on our entire team in real life. Videos. Okay, guys. Before you post them, Allie, do you have an iPhone? You know what I'm going to do? Because I can't really explain it on here. I will do I'll record myself doing it and post a video on the team page because I can't explain it in here. Like it'll take way too, yeah. So if you guys have any more questions, we're going to do a call to action. I'm going to do 2 call to actions. First one is I want you to post your bio of Insta in the team page. I'll put a thing that says call to action. And my Brazil butt lift, that is back in the day. Alejandro, is that his name? No, Leonardo. I don't know his name. But I'll post it. So that's your first one. I want you to post your bio. And we're going to critique it on you guys. Like, see if like you think you need help. Like, I think having people critique your social media is really big. And I saw another coach does this, and I kind of want to start doing it once a month. She does a social media review of people. So she does a team call, and she asks people to volunteer to like audit their social media and like give them advice and feedback. I think that'd be a really cool idea. Second call to action. I forgot what it was. Okay, you have one call to action because I forgot what it was. Oh, second call to action. I want you to list. Yeah, nope. Sarah, hands down. You got 2 now. I want you to list at least 5 to 10 things about you that aren't health and fitness. And if you type it and you're like, I need help, then the team's going to come in and we're going to help brainstorm with you guys. Okay. I really want to help you guys grow your social media accounts. So that's your 2 call to actions, okay? And if you think of any other questions, tag me in the team page. I will answer them. I just ask that you do it in the team page. That way if somebody else has a question as well. Yeah, I'll do a call to action post, Samantha, asking for your call to actions in that post so I can keep them all in one place. I somewhat like organization, but post it in the team page. That way I can help answer the question in there. Okay, guys, it is a Wednesday night. I know we've got 1 coach re-ranking up tomorrow, possibly 2. If you are like on the smidgen of hitting Emerald or higher, lock it in tomorrow. Like, I want you to come to Orlando. I want you to hang out with me. And Nicole, because it's right now, it's just Nicole and I. The house is gorgeous, guys. It's freaking beautiful. So that is that. You guys have an amazing night. I don't think we have any other team calls this week. I'll be popping in live in the team page throughout the week. If you did not take a photo and tag this on your Insta stories, and now is a great time to do that. And make sure to tag me, please, and thank you. I will try to come in live on Friday and talk to you guys a little bit more about the ultimate portion fix. I'm going to try to share as much as that with you guys so you guys can have, yes, Hannah, I got you written down. You are good. So yeah. That is it, guys. If someone snapped a photo, can you like send me the photo? Because I didn't snap it, and then that way I can upload it. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great night. Night, y'all.